Hello and good evening, teacups. Welcome back to Spill the Tea Lou. Welcome back for what is to be the watch-along between England and Mexico. We are obviously delayed because of the weather that we already knew was coming, the weather that they were going to rearrange the match for because they knew it was going to be so bad, but they decided not to rearrange it because everybody got their panties in a bunch. They left it for this time when they knew the storm was coming, and then we got delayed by an hour. But we are, in fact, here, ready to go. And yeah, so hopefully this match is going to be one that was worth waiting for. I do have to remember that I can't shout. It is the middle of the night here, and we don't want to wake all the neighbours. But I do hope that we are going to be rewarded with a good match, given the fact we've had to wait so long to see it. If we have waited until 2 o'clock in the morning and this match is brutal, I am going to be furious. I'm going to be absolutely furious. And I have to say, the match earlier, it heated up in the end, but it took a long while to get going. It wasn't a particularly good match. So I'm hoping this one's going to make up for it. Obviously, there's been quite a bit of build up of the Azteca and the height and all of the different things. So there's been quite a bit of build up. I just hope it's not a letdown in the end. Fingers crossed, we're going to be entertained, guys. Just let me make sure I have everything absolutely right. When you have things set up for a certain time and then they end up going to a different time, it throws things out a little bit. But how are we all feeling? How are we doing? Are we shattered? Are we shattered? Are we doing okay? Who had naps? Who had naps and set the alarm? Who stayed up? Let me know in the chat. I see Daz is here. He's got his AirPods in and he's reminding everybody, please smash the likes. Do as Daz says, please do smash the likes. If you've made it this far, at the very least, smash the likes. You're all right, Luke. We can see you. Yours might be broken, but we can see you. So you're definitely here. Shem is here. He doesn't know how long he's going to last, but he is in fact here. And Rob is here as well. And Linda, I do see Linda's in the chat. Hello, hello. Let me see. And we've got, who else have we got? See, this is the thing. People were here earlier. I don't know if everybody's still here because I think some people may have gone to bed. I know Bonkers was here earlier on. I'm not sure if Bonkers is still with us. Neil was here, but went off to bed and probably had the right idea, to be fair. Guess was here, but we know Guess has gone to sleep. However, she has left us with a message for everybody. And of course, lovely Lucky was here earlier on, but he was off for a little sleep. He said he's off for a sleep. He's hoping to be back later. So a lot of people relying on the alarms. And massive shout out to Mama Flossie. So Mama Flossie was actually a member already. Mama Flossie was already an official teacup. But what she has done is she's upgraded. Mama Flossie is in fact now a Tea Titan, which means we have 5 Tea Titans among us, which is quite special now. 5 Tea Titans. Pretty impressive, you guys. Pretty impressive. We have Mohammed, and we have Rob, and we have Huge, and we have Flossie, and we have Spill the Tea Dad. We have 5. I'm sure we have 5. Who have I missed? I feel like I've missed somebody there, have I? Let me check. I don't want to miss anybody on that one. But yeah, very, very special shout out to the very lovely Mama Flossie because I do appreciate that very much. Now, let me see. Where are our Tea Titans? There's Flossie, Mohammed, Rob, Spill the Tea Dad. Yeah, And huge. I did. I got it right. There you go. That's how well I know it. I know it, guys. I know all of my people by name. I know which level everybody's at. I like to keep a track of it because I appreciate it a lot. You know, people spend their hard earned money, so I do appreciate it. I want to make sure I give people the right shout outs. Shem's here until he's not. Yeah, Bonkers is here. Oh, you've made it. Flossie's on Shem's wavelength. She's here until she isn't. But yeah, thank you very much to Mama Flossie. Five's a nice round number, isn't it? 5 tea titans at Teacup Castle. A teapot, a Mad Hatter's tea party, and a whole heap of teacups. We love it. Lovely look, lovely look. We've got 3 Australian referees. The main referee is Australian, and the 2 assistants are Moroccan. In the VAR room, we have Colombia, China, and Venezuela, but the main VAR referee is Colombian. So we'll see how that goes. He looks wide awake, to be fair to him. He does look wide awake, Mr. Main VAR man. So hopefully that's a sign that everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing. But I do appreciate you being here, guys, because that's why I checked in with everybody earlier. I didn't know how we would go. I didn't know how we would go with a watch along at this time of the morning. And I'll be honest, if it was any team, bar England, there's going to be a lot of that going on. Apologies. If it was any team bar England, I would have just went to bed. But obviously, for most of you guys, I wanted to try and do it. If I'd gone past 2:00, though, I don't know. I might have been watching the highlights tomorrow, guys. So I'm glad it's actually kicking off when it's kicking off. I'm just annoyed at them. Like, they knew this was going to happen and then they just did it anyway. Don't give in to peer pressure, lads. If you know what the decision is, make it. But look, we're here. And thankfully, it only was 1 hour and not longer. And everybody looks ready to go. Rob is nervous. Do you know what, Rob? I can't get a feel for this game. I've really no idea. Like earlier with Brazil, Norway, I did have Brazil as favourites, but I knew Norway had a very good chance. Whereas with this one, I cannot get a read for it. Now, I know they have this record as at the Azteca, but I'll be honest, records are great until they're broken. So I don't pay much heed by that. No problem, Jazz. We'll see you tomorrow. Gaz is here. Gaz has made it. Couldn't get more sleep, unfortunately, despite the best intentions. I think it's when you know you have to wake up so soon as well. You're focused on having to wake up again more so than actually going to sleep, if that makes sense. We are doing the countdown. Let me get the timer ready. Okay. We have kicked off the match. Let us see. Let us see how we go. Yeah, I really have no idea, no inkling, because normally I would say England should beat Mexico, but obviously they are at the Azteca. The altitude makes a difference. It makes a difference. It's just biological. Also, the climate, even if it's cool, even if it's at night, the whole thing, it's going to be balmy. It's going to be like a heavy heat. It's going to be humid. It's going to be entirely different, even at nighttime. Even in the rain, it's going to be hotter. So you're already going to be struggling with the altitude in terms of breathing. And now you're going to be yellow card. We're not even a minute into the game. Declan Rice has got a yellow card. He has kicked the Mexican player in the head. His boot was high and he's kicked the Mexican player in the head. I mean, I don't think there was a whole lot in it, if I'm totally honest. However, Why is your boot that high near somebody's head? It's silly right at the start of the match. It's a silly thing. Like, and Thomas Tuchel's given out about it. But the fact is, you're not allowed to have your foot that high. So just don't do it. Do you know what I mean? We already know that the referees in this tournament are unpredictable. We've seen the referees are unpredictable. We've seen the standards are different game on game because they're bringing the standards from their own leagues in, as well as the new rules for the World Cup, which we again were told were more stringent. Don't give the referee a decision to make. Just don't put your boot up that high. I hope not the final boss. I really hope not, because I didn't like that. I didn't like what Paraguay were doing, falling down, rolling round, silly carry on. I'm not a fan of that and I don't like it. But don't put your boot that high near somebody's head. Do you know, it was silly from Rice. Yes, the Mexico player has absolutely played on it for sure. But don't put your boot that high less than a minute into a match. Yeah, as it should. It's bloody ridiculous. The rules are the rules are the rules. The red card was given. Whether you agree with the red card or not, it was issued. Therefore, you can't not rescind the card and then hold up, remove the suspension. It's a complete nonsense. Yeah. I think there's a lot of that feeling going about the place. But yeah, I normally, if you just told me Mexico, England, I would favour England. But there's so many other factors. Mexico's a host, Mexico's at home, there's the altitude, there's the climate, there's so many different things, and England have not been overly convincing to begin with, let alone without all the extra factors. So I really just don't know. I really, really don't know. Josh is back with us as well. Jesus, sure, we've the full crew nearly. We've nearly the full crew. Fair play to you, lads. I didn't know how we would go for this one. I'm actually so impressed. Tom can't stay. That's all right, Tom, not to worry. But thank you for popping in and saying hello. Smash the like before you leave. But thanks for popping in, Tom. We do appreciate it. I know the time's a bit funky for people, so it's one of them, isn't it? But I appreciate everybody that's popped in. This is crazy. Like, I'm just a lunatic that likes to talk. And it's like 2:05 in the morning and there's 12 people watching us live. This is mad. You're all fantastic. I know obviously you will want England to win, guys. But how do you feel? Do you feel like you can? Like, are you feeling not like super confident, but how are you guys actually feeling about it? Because from the outside, it's very hard to call. Thanks, Josh. We all know you're a lunatic. I mean, I don't hide it, do I, to be fair? The final boss. Does this stadium look a little bit like the Aviva? I don't think so. I'll wait until there's another aerial view. Maybe. Let me see. Oh, look at this. It's getting a bit funky already. Harry Kane is like the guys on the ground. I know the Mexican player is being a bit of a melon, right? But Harry Kane can't act like a lunatic while he's on the ground and start dragging out of him. Even if he's right, he can't start dragging out of him on the ground. And I think that's what the referee is saying. The referee is giving out to the Mexican player, but he's also telling Harry Kane, like, you can't be at it, man. Like, why did the Mexican player pick it up? Harry Kane shouldn't react because that's what the Mexican player wants. But what is the Mexican player doing? Like, the free kick has gone England's way, but Harry Kane needs to not lose the BAP. He needs to just keep his composure, because then eventually the yellows will have to be given to Mexico if England keep their composure. But if it all devolves, England's going to start getting yellows. Yeah, exactly. That is exactly it. Yeah, Gaz says, I can see a red card this game. I'm not going to lie. I could see a red card. I could see more than one red card the way they're going. One each. And that's it. They're going to wind up. They're going to wind up exactly what Paraguay did to France. I don't think I need to reiterate it, guys. Obviously, I'm not going for England. But I do hope Mexico actually try and play the match and don't do a Paraguay, because Paraguay really, really made me angry. If Mexico frustrate me to the point where I want England to win, honestly, they'll be even below Paraguay and nobody wants to be there. Paraguay's really at the bottom right now. Josh is saying, come on, England, let's frustrate them. Yeah, you're right. You are right. Gaz says he's not confident at all. Even the dogs have deserted Flossie. The cats are snoozing. Right, there's Anthony Gordon down the left. Sanchez does well there defensively, but it is going to be a corner to England. I did notice that Anthony Garden. Anthony Garden. It's going to be a long watch along. Anthony Gordon has started against Marcus Rashford, which I think was merited based on his performance in the last match. We're waiting to take the corner because there's more pushing and shoving. Yeah, I do think so, Flossie. I think everybody, I've not seen a single person stick up for Paraguay. Like, nobody. Short corner to Saka, who sends it in over everybody's heads. To be fair, where he sent it is probably where you would have wanted somebody to be, but there was nobody there, so there was no point. I did plan, by the way, guys, to do what I did earlier and put the numbers beside the players, like what I did on the last watch along, but I didn't give myself enough time. Once I saw it was delayed, I was like, oh, I'll do it in a little while. And then I just didn't do it. So we know all the England players, so I'll just shout the Mexican players' numbers if I have to. The noise, like, I have these turned like right down. It's almost just like a background to me, just in case like they're telling me something I don't know. And I can hear the fans over the commentators. And it's almost like not a boo, but it's like the whistles. You know, you can hear it's ready to boil over. I haven't been against the fans being mixed throughout the tournament. I actually think it's been lovely to see. Today, though, this is the most tense match I've seen, like in terms of the atmosphere. Like, Paraguay-France spilled over on the pitch. But this one feels in the stadium, you can feel it. So hopefully I hope there's not going to be nonsense. I don't like it. I don't like that. But we'll see. It's an England throw. O'Reilly's come up to take it, Nico. O'Reilly's come up to take it. Sorry, I'm fixing myself. My back got itchy. Harry Kane hasn't touched the ball yet, according to, other than when he grabbed it off the player that was on the ground. But I mean, in terms of play, Harry Kane hasn't touched the ball once, 10 minutes, 11 minutes in. Rice was coming up fast there. That's the thing, though. That's going to affect Rice's game, that yellow card. You have to play differently when you're on a yellow. You have to be more careful. You have to think about what you're doing more. You can't put in those last stitch tackles. You know, sometimes you take one for the team. He can't do that now because he's already took one. So it is going to impact what he's able to do and how he's able to do it. The final boss. I'm actually just looking at your GIF in the Discord. Very appropriate. That's quite funny. That was enjoyable. Good GIF. Good GIF. Very appropriate. Okay, balls with Jordan Pickford. Right, at the moment, 12 minutes, England look more dangerous so far. Now, whether it stays like that, but so far England look more dangerous, which is probably what's causing a lot of the whistles from the crowd. I have to remember not to shout because I have these on. When I'm speaking, I sound quieter than I am. When I do this, I sound so much louder. And I have to just remember that other people don't have these and they can hear me. Oh, that was a good ball over the top. Good idea. Saka nearly got to it. Guehi to Saka very nearly got to it. I don't know would he have been offside, but it was very close, very nearly. If just. Yes, bonkers, very nearly. And there he is back defending now. That's going to be what? That bounced off Saka last. That should be a corner. Is VAR not supposed to intervene in them now? It's been given as a goal kick, but it should have been a corner, to be honest. I thought VAR was supposed to intervene in them. We've seen VAR intervene in them. But look, goal kick's been taken. Sent forward, but only as far as the Mexican defence. This is the best I've seen England closing down. They're still not particularly close. Like, Harry Kane is so deep. Like, he doesn't even try. But that is probably the best I've seen England close another team down. Given that it still looks half-assed, that's not great. Josh. Josh went from this to this in 5 minutes. It's, you get yourself up for the start. Save by Pickford. Big save by Pickford. Big, yeah, absolutely big save by Pickford. And he's lucky he got it, Not lucky, but it was well done that he got it because the way it bobbled, it could have bobbled over his hand another day. Do you know what I mean? So obviously we're going to have a corner here for Mexico. Another corner, guys. Another corner. Josh, I'm already frustrated. I can tell. Kane has headed it away. Mavis. Oh, hello, Mavis. Mavis is with us as well. Mavis says Mexico are quick and look more like scoring. They are. They're definitely quicker than you guys, which, to be fair, wouldn't be particularly hard. But I don't know. Even now, it's still really just unclear. This is anybody's game, which means really you should be just going for it because it's anybody's game. Now England are doing a little bit of the play acting. Everybody's having a little bit of a go. Yeah. Kwanzaa. I mean, oh no, to be fair to him, he was actually pushed. Fair. No, he was actually pushed. I thought he was doing a bit of play acting. He wasn't. Really was a good save though. Really was a good save. Seeing a replay again. Going to be another throw. There's been a lot of throws already. I'm not joking. The RTE player are doing me no favours here. None at all. They're not helping me out, lads. It keeps dropping. Right, I have my backup here because the RTE player is not convincing me right now. But I have my backup, so don't worry. If anything happens, I've actually got two backups, and I have them all open just in case I can bounce to the other one if I need to. I just prefer the Irish commentary. All right, Mexico blocked well by Declan Rice there. Kwanzaa, I think it was, launched it forward there. That's a foul. Jude Bellingham thrown on the ground. Referees having none of them. Referees having absolutely none of them. I mean, that was a foul. The referee's right. He's trying to argue with the referee, and I thought the referee was going to thump him. Josh is saying that Gilberto Mora looks a player only 17. Yeah. They're taking 6 years to do anything though. Gordon again. Gordon's going forward. There, he's flying forward. Another corner. I tell you what, Gordon was very good when he came on in the last match. And actually, he's had a decent start to this match as well. Huh, interesting. Oh my god. Have I actually gone more than a minute without yawning? Yeah, see that Nico O'Reilly right in front of the goalkeeper, and he's looking. Where's the keeper? And he's moving backwards. Nico O'Reilly's going to move backwards into the keeper. If you score, it's going to be disallowed. You're not allowed in this tournament. You're not allowed to touch the keeper. Right, it's been headed away again. Nothing really happened there. But Nico O'Reilly can't do that. You have to remember he's not in the Prem. He's in the World Cup, and in the World Cup, you're not allowed to breathe on a goalkeeper. I can't cope with myself. Sorry, guys. I'm sure I'm making everybody yawn. I'm really sorry. It's not my intention. I'm doing this for you guys. If it was up to me, I'd be in bed. So I had expected a goal by now. I expected to be entertained. Rob is saying Gordon's looking good. He is. He is, to be fair to him. And I laughed at him in the last match. But he is looking good. I have to be honest. My problem isn't really Gordon. My problem's Barcelona. I'm just taking it out on Gordon. Won back well there by Mexico from Bellingham. He wasn't bothered trying to chase it down and win it back. He just let it go. After it was won back off him, he said, right, that's somebody else's problem. It's not really, sunshine. It's yours. See, the referee. Oh, no, it's the hydration break. It's the hydration break. It just, like, the referee just got entirely in the way there. And instead of doing the drop ball, it was like, hydration break. That seems like a good time for a hydration break. Let's everybody have some Powerade. Love it. Absolutely love it. They're gas, so they are sometimes. Right, give me a sec. Give me a sec. It's actually getting warm in here. I was all delighted. I was like, oh, I can wear a hoodie. I'll be nice and cozy. But it's getting warm already. I'll tell you what, though. Yeah, Flossie saying England should pick up after this break. I think you will, you know. I think probably what you guys are trying to do, and maybe I'm wrong, but because of obviously the air and the hydration, the kind of the what's the words? The humidity, the heavy air, because of all of the different physical, biological things, it's not that you're not trying to score, but I feel like you're probably also aware of trying to conserve energy. I'm sure you'd be quite happy to score earlier on, but I do also think you're potentially aware of conserving energy, that you don't absolutely just die out in the second half. So I think now you've got through the first 20 odd minutes. Maybe you will start to, push the accelerator. I actually think as the game goes on, you might start to push the accelerator more because right, we don't have to long left to last. Maybe. Or you're just going to get really tired. But I did see there, Guehi was having a wee chat with Anderson, and Thomas Tuchel was actually like listening really intently. Now he's given a bit of a team talk. Mexican players are back on the pitch ready to go. But I did find that interesting. Okay. Tuchel said they expected to be slow for the first 20 minutes. Then once they were used to it, a bit more things, yeah, because they'll understand now how their body's reacting to it. Until you do it, you don't really know. To Mexico managers shaking Jude Bellingham's hand. He saw his opportunity and he took it. Go on, Javier. I'm sure that's his name. Right. Ball launched forward to Gordon. Has he kept that in? Bloody hell. Fair play to him. It was saved, by the way, by Rangel. But fair play to Anthony Gordon keeping that in. Fair play to him. Mavis is saying Tuchel is fired up. Yeah, I think he's trying to light them up a little bit though as well. Lad, that has to be a yellow. Jimenez should be getting a yellow for that. Like, he's just pulled Consa to the ground. That really should have been a yellow. The referee's telling them to take the free kick from where the foul happened, not just wherever they feel like, which I think is fair. 1 attempt on target each so far. 3 attempts by Mexico, 1 England, but 1 on target each. And I think really the only ones that matter are the on target ones, aren't they, to be fair? All right, Stu. Jesus, with loads of people awake. We're lucky 13, so we are. But yes, you are doing well so far. You're keeping a lid on things, which is good. It's getting a bit messy in the midfield. A little bit physical. Do you know what it is? The Mexican players have a bit of a habit of pulling back the arms. Irritates me. See, if you're good enough at your job, you don't have to do that. You can just be better. The reason I'm raging is because I want Mexico to win, but I can't support them when they're playing like this because I hate it. So now I'm unimpressed by both. I do, above everything, I always want the better football to win because that's the way it should be. So Mexico are making it hard for me to want them to win right now because they're just actually being annoying. Although that was well won back. That was well done by Sanchez. He won that back really well, only for it to be a really loose pass then and wasted. Josh, Bellingham, Kane and Saka have been awful so far. Agree. They've not been like... I cannot believe how much I dislike Harry Kane as a player. I understand he scores goals. I get it. He scores goals. I understand why people who like him like him. I cannot put into words how much I dislike him as a player. There's a Mexican player on the ground. Lira. That guy Lira, he spoke to him earlier, the referee, and told him to stop the silly nonsense. I mean, I don't see much in that with Bellingham. Maybe it's me, though. Maybe I'm not being fair. But that Lira guy, this one, he's been spoken to twice now by the referee. Surely he's for a yellow soon. But yeah, I don't rate Harry Kane. I'm sorry, I know that's sort of sacrilege in some circles, so that a lot of the England fans love him to bits. I know our Robin and Tom love him. Based on what I've seen in this tournament, I absolutely just can't. Thing is, he gets the goals. So you can be really bloody irritating if you get the goals. Who do you reckon is playing well for you so far? Anthony Gordon? Anybody else? Who else is actually having a good game? Declan Rice has done some good work defensively. That was good by Konsa. Bonker says England are rattled. I think you've calmed a little. When the game first started, because it started frantic, I think England were like, we're not going to be pushed around. Do you know, that sort of a... But I feel like it's settled a little now. Josh says just Gordon. Stu reckons Bellingham and Saka are getting stuck in. So that's interesting. Josh reckons Bellingham and Saka have been awful. Stu reckons they're getting stuck in. I think... What do I think? I think Bellingham has been trying to get involved. Saka I have been unimpressed with. And Kane has been brutal. He's not in the match at all. Saka is Probably similar to Rice. He's doing more defensively than attacking. So maybe that's unfair. He is in the game, but not in the area off the pitch you want him to be in. Bellingham's trying, but it's not happening. I find it interesting, that we all see it different. I would say if you said to me who's playing well for England, I would say Anthony Gordon, and that's it. I would say Bellingham's trying. Like he's putting in a bit of effort. But then when he loses it, he does nothing. He just lets it go. Like he's trying to help Gordon out there. He didn't help him very much, but he's trying. Nico O'Reilly was running the wrong direction for a wee minute. What is he doing? Free coffee. He should have been sold after that t-shirt incident. That's another thing that's not popular. I don't care how talented you are. After that stunt by his brother, and he endorsed it, he should have been moved along, the same as everybody else who pulled a stunt. Yeah. So Josh is saying there, getting stuck in should be like the bare minimum. Like everybody should be getting stuck in. That shouldn't be like something to actually praise them for. They should all be getting stuck in. And I suppose the problem is they're not. That's probably one of your main issues. Mexico are starting to take over the possession. I actually think since the hydration break, England have been worse. I think before the hydration break, I felt like you were the better team. And now I feel like Mexico are actually growing into it more and more. They're just like creeping. They're spreading. They're not doing a whole lot with the possession, but when they have it, you don't. If you get what I mean. It's like, who said that? Who said that yesterday? If you score the goals, you win the games. Who said that yesterday? Was it Andrew? I can't remember who said it. It was really funny. It's one of them. If they have possession, you don't. I have noticed, by the way, as well, obviously I said earlier on, Gordon started over Rashford, which I think was earned, but Saka has started over Madueke. I think, not in the last match, but I think in the 3 matches previous to that, Madueke has been one of your best players. He's been the most attacking. He's been very dangerous. He's been very positive. He hasn't started. Saka has. And again, I know Saka is popular, but I think Madueke has been very effective. I get it. He wasn't good in the last match, so let Saka start. Let him earn the spot back. But I think for the 3 games prior to that, he'd been very good. And what you're struggling at right now is getting out. And he was doing that. To be fair, you're struggling to get out and Mexico are struggling to get in. So it's a bit of a standoff at the moment. It's not been a particularly good first half so far. Yeah. Stu is saying Tuchel has messed with the wide players all tournament. He doesn't know his best too. I would say at the minute, it's Anthony Gordon and Madueke. Saka, I take it back. Goal England. Goal England. Saka with the assist. Jude Bellingham has scored. I take it back. Fair. Saka's shown me. Right, let me get your score on the board. But yes, There we go, all the celebrations. Gals and Stu and Bonkers, Mama Flossie, Gaz, Shem, and Josh, and Rob. All the happy campers in the chat. But yeah, well done to Bellingham. And fair play to Saka, because I don't think he's been particularly great before this. And do you know what? It doesn't happen without Declan Rice. That was a very good run by Declan Rice. Very good ball in by Saka. And you know what? Well done to Jude Bellingham, because look at him position. He's watching the ball the whole way in. He gets himself in exactly the right spot. We've seen a number of balls like that come in and be missed by the attackers in the box. Not in this match, in previous matches with other teams. We've seen very good balls coming in and nobody gets on the end of it. So well done to Jude Bellingham, because that was not an easy goal. It was not an easy goal at all. So he did really, really well to score that. And these are going forward again. Kane, 2-0. It's 2-0. 2-0. Jude Bellingham. Yeah. He's on fire, is Jude. I did say Jude has been trying. I said he's trying, but it's not coming off. So he's been trying, and now it's starting to come off. Very good. Very good. With Kane with the assist this time. I tell you what, all of a sudden they've all woke up, haven't they? I'm not sure, guys. I watched their first match and then this one. I haven't seen the matches in between, so I actually don't know. Shem says the hydration break helped. Stu says it's coming home. Josh has said, where has this come from? I don't know. Jude Bellingham, apparently. Like a little spark. Just a little spark. And I don't think Mexico come back, you know. I don't think Mexico come back. I don't even think they get it to 2-2. I don't even know if they get it to 2-1, honestly. And they had all that possession, but they weren't really doing anything with it. And then you just boom. Josh is saying, just concentrate. Just concentrate. Gaz. That's woke me up a bit. I'm raging. I was hoping you were going to go out. But look, here we are. To be fair, I really want Argentina to go out. I really, really want Argentina. I'm actually very afraid Argentina is going to win it, because that would really upset me even more than you guys. How do you guys feel? Are you confident with 2-0? Oh, wow. And most of that's retrieving the ball. Gaz says, let's get into the break without conceding. That's probably a good line in the sand, to be fair. No. Sorry, Rob. Absolutely not. What I will concede, those were both very good goals. And Mexico have been dross. So in this specific match, you deserve to be ahead. I'll give you that. And I also want Argentina to really go out. Like, I really am mad with Argentina, because I feel like they're getting decisions go their way that they shouldn't. So I really want them to go out. I wouldn't like England to win the World Cup, but if you do it by like earning it and not with dodgy decisions, which you haven't done so far, other than because even the Kane dive one was right in the end. So Yeah, if you win it by earning it, I won't like it, but I'll get over it. If Argentina win, I'll be disgusted. Yeah, guys, everybody here is a regular, is a real regular. You should all know at this stage. I'll put a banner. Come on, guys. Don't put spoilers in. I know it's exciting. Please don't put spoilers in the chat, lads. Seriously. I knew about the goal because I seen it in the chat. Every single watch along I do, I say don't put any spoilers in the chat. Every single watch along, I say don't put spoilers in the chat. It's on the banner. It's put in the chat by the mods. It's said by me on every single watch along. And still, it's not okay. It's really not okay. I'll be honest, lads. See if the spoilers keep up. I'm just going to stop doing the watch alongs completely because that's after pissing me off. I've stayed up. It's 2:45 in the morning and I'm staying up to do a watch along for neither of these teams are my country. I don't support either of these teams. It's 2:45 in the morning and I've spoilers in the chat. So any more spoilers and I'm not doing any more watch alongs. I've had enough. I'm actually really, really pissed off now. If I haven't said it on the stream, then I haven't seen it. We're coming to half time now anyway. Mexico are coming forward again here. Yeah, it's very frantic, Flossie. Very frantic. I don't think England expected to concede. I think they thought they were going to see it out till half time. I thought they were going to see it out till half time. So I think they thought they were going to see it out till half time. And they're probably a little bit shook now because they haven't. We do have another 5 minutes, by the way. There's 5 minutes of added time onto this half. Given 3 minutes for hydration, 3 goals, you're probably not wrong there. Shem says, all England needed to do was be careful out there, foot on the ball, and slow Mexico down. Instead, they give stupid fouls around the box, and that's what happens. You were very close there. Very, very close to conceding. Jimenez, when he hit it, it bounced off the ground. I don't think he had the angle right anyway. But I mean, they're certainly putting the frighteners on you. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Do you know who would appreciate that? He's not here. Moonshine would love that joke. He would love it. It's some goal too. The equaliser. Quinones. It's a very good goal. To not sky that, to not sky that was like really difficult. He's done very well. Very, very well. I mean, when I look at the match momentum, do you know the little doohickey with the momentum? It's all Mexico. England had a very small patch, but it's all Mexico. Yeah, he definitely would. He definitely would love that joke. It's quite good, to be fair. It is a good one. Rob says, well, it's exciting. Yeah, well, this is what I asked for. I asked for a bit of excitement. I did ask for a bit of excitement, and that's what we're getting. Gaz is taking full responsibility for for England conceding. He would like to confess. Big save by Pickford. Big save by Pickford. Do you know what? Do you see if I'd never seen Pickford before and I was just watching him in this match, I would think he was a really good goalkeeper, you know? Very good. Very, 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 very good. I honestly, I would have thought he was a good goalkeeper if I'd never seen him before and I was just watching this match. It's a corner to Mexico here, guys. We're just waiting for them to take it. Skied. Montez. Oh no, Bellingham. Bellingham got in his way. Did he? Let me see. What did Bellingham do? They're all patting Bellingham on the back. Bellingham puts him off. Not only does he takes it off his toe. Bellingham literally kicked it off his toe. I thought he just got in his way, but on the last, he literally kicked it off his toe over. Well done, Jude Bellingham. That was very good. So not only has he scored both of your goals, he's stopped you conceding an equaliser. Corner in from Mexico. Nothing came of it. I have to say, right, I know Pickford's making some really good saves there, but I actually think Jude Bellingham's man of the match already. He scored a brace and stopped you conceding an equaliser. I mean, I'm not sure what else he can do. He's just like, what else is he supposed to do? He's actually, and I said that. I said he's trying. Jude is trying. It's not coming off, but he's trying. And then it started to click. The effort started to click. Flossie says he has been epic. He has. He really and truly has been. He's very, very good for you. Stu says, for fuck's sake, it was going home 10 minutes ago. Now I think it'll go to penalties. I thought 2-0 were safe as houses. Mexico looked like they weren't going to do anything. I don't know what the hell has happened. Really and truly, I don't know what the hell has happened. Quinones with the ball in. Harry Kane defending. Oh no, it's not Harry Kane. It's Anthony Gordon. How did I get them mixed up? Anyway, it wasn't Harry Kane. It was Anthony Gordon, and he defended really well. Gaz says we're going to need at least another goal. At least. Yeah, at least. Josh is agreeing with that as well. Have to get the third as quickly as possible in the second half. That's nervy. That is nervy. So let me do the timer, guys. Let me just do the timer. Right, let's go. Let me go. Yeah, take a breather. Take a breather. Make a break. Milk and 2 sugars, please, Gaz. I'll have a wee cup of tea. Milk and 2 sugars for me, please. Some of you are really funny. Some of you are really funny. Bonkers says, wow. Yeah, do you know what? I said when this started, I said, we've waited up till 2 o'clock in the morning. We're all shattered. This better be a good match. This better be worth our while staying up for it. I will say it's been worth staying up for. It has been a very, very entertaining first half. We've had more entertainment in that first half than I think we've had in any of England's other games in their entirety. I already think this is the best game England have participated in the World Cup. Genuinely. Drastically better than all of the other ones. Buddy, first of all, welcome to the chat. But Buddy says, shocking at the back, Consa just ain't that. What do you guys reckon to that? How are you feeling about your defence? Because you were rather shaky. And Rob, yes, bravo to Rob for the super sticker. Thank you very much. We haven't had the little Foxy in a while. I love the Foxy. And it's the Foxy that says bravo. Bravo to you and me for staying awake. And bravo to them, because this is highly entertaining. And I actually don't feel like, oh my God, why did I stay awake? I feel at the very least I'm being entertained. Thoroughly enjoyable. But shout out to Rob. Thank you very much. Rob and Flossie, both stepping it up this evening. The mods are leading the way. And Flossie says they had to step up for this game. They did. They couldn't have got worse, could they? Linda says she's drunk and breaking it. Not a good combination. No, Linda, that's normally not a good combination. What is your tipple of choice, Linda? Are you a wine lady? Are you a spirit lady? What is your tipple of choice? But, I mean, at 2-0, yous looked safe as houses, yous looked comfortable, yous looked the better team, yous like, I mean, boom, boom, your tails were up. And then just like, whoosh, it was very, very well done by Quinones, though, because Jimenez has had multiple chances and he's buggered them all. Quinones got a half a sniff of a chance and then straight in. Wine, says Linda, but she drank it. She's not fussy. I have to say, I can't drink wine. I wish I could drink wine. Do you know sophisticated people, they go home from work and they just have like a glass of wine or a bottle of wine and they sound very fancy. I just don't like it. I use wine for cooking. I cook with wine. White wine, red wine. I do cook with wine. It's the flavour in food is beautiful. But see, just to drink it, I just can't. I wish I could. Damien has hit us up for the second half. Welcome to Damien. Guys, I'm not joking, right? When we started the watch-along with 11 people, we've got 15 now. The later it gets, the more people are joining. People are waking up and they're like, oh, who's live? I do that. See if there's nobody like that I follow regularly live. I'll just go to, the tab on YouTube where you go to the homepage and you can just click live and it brings you to all the people who are currently live. I've actually gone snooping doing that just to see, check out the competition. No, I do go out there. Sometimes that's how I find new channels. I just click live, see who's live and go in there. Have a chat, see what it's like. Linda, I love that. Linda says, if I cook with wine, I just finish the bottle and it wouldn't get into the pot or whatever you're cooking in. Do you know what, though? Boffman does like the wine. I can't, but Boffman likes the wine. So what I do, if I'm making like a stew or anything, or I would cook the chicken generally with white wine or obviously red wine for like a beef stew, slow cooked stew. And if there's any left, Boffman gets a wee glass out of it. So Boffman loves when I do a stew or if I'm doing like a white wine sauce or anything, because he always knows if there's leftover wine, I won't drink it, so he gets it. He likes to order those dishes. Josh says Linda is very wise. They're showing it's so weird. Like they're showing outside and it's like daytime. And I'm like, what? My bed is calling me. My bed is calling me. Meanwhile, they're in the sunshine. What are we reckoning, guys? I know ye have gotten a little nervous now, but what are we thinking? Will England come back out and start the second half fast? Because if we look at the momentum chart, let me see, can I get it up? Like, Mexico have had more momentum than England. Let me share my screen. This one. Now let me pull this up. You're not going to be able to see me for a minute, but I'm sure you'll cope. Lad, come on. No, not that big. Right. There we go. Let me take this down for a little sec. There's the attack momentum, right? So obviously Mexico's on top, England are on the bottom. I mean, look at this. Use a little spell here, and then a little. This is, I think, oh no, there's your 2 goals. But like, I mean, it's primarily been Mexico. This is the momentum of the attack. So, like, even there, these are the ratings on SofaScore so far in the match. Let me scroll up. So obviously, Jude Bellingham, he's got 2 goals and he saved the equaliser. So he's got a 9.3, which is obviously very good. Saka with the assist. And Gordon doesn't have a great rating on here. I think he's been all right for you. But, I mean, they're not rated. But considering all this attack momentum, none of the Mexico players as individuals are rated particularly high, except for Quinones, who got the very first chance he got, he scored. But it's a really odd one. It's a really odd one. Shem says, Jimenez is having a great game. If he could just finish, he'd have a hat-trick. Yeah, he's been very dangerous, but he doesn't have his finishing boots on today at all. He definitely doesn't. You're right. If he was any more clinical at the minute, yous would be actually in trouble. Let me see. My guys at RTE, they're saying that Mexico might not like the fact that it's gone to halftime because they were having a bit of momentum and then halftime came and it actually interrupted Mexico's momentum, so that actually the halftime probably suited England better that it came when it did, because it interrupted the Mexico momentum, which is interesting. Linda says, shocking defending for their goal. Couldn't mark a toddler's test. Honestly, guys, I think I have the funniest chat on the whole of YouTube. The one-liners that come out in this chat are excellent. Absolutely excellent. I love it. Highly entertaining across the board. But yeah, I mean, at 2-0, I thought England had it in the bag, especially 2 so close, so quickly. But see, when it went 2-1, Mexico really started to go after you and just panicked a bit. You didn't really know what to do with them when they started coming at us. So I really do think it depends on who starts the second half better, because if England get the next goal, you're 2 goals ahead again. If Mexico equalise, England are going to start getting tired in that atmosphere. I really do think, like, I know, again, obvious statement, I really do think next goal might win, because I don't. It's one thing if Mexico equalise now. If England go 2 ahead again, I don't think they catch another 2. Not the way. I don't think so. Maybe. Josh says yet again, Linda with another banger. Josh is thoroughly enjoying Linda's comments. Budgie says, can't sit back now. Subs will make a massive difference. What subs would you be looking at? Do tell me. Budgie, actually, that's a great, great topic, because obviously we saw halftime subs earlier and they were highly effective. And, we say it's brave not to wait, to make the subs. And that's such a good example, because there was halftime subs for Norway against Brazil. And one of the subs was providing the assist. One of the subs was like really, really important in their attacking and was definitely a key factor in them winning. So halftime subs, sometimes you have to be brave. Make the sub at halftime. Don't wait until 60 minutes. Just do it. So Josh is saying maybe would help. Maybe Rogers as well. And Becky says Konsa's bad clearance cost England. They need dominance in the second half. And Buddy says Pickford needs to dominate his box more. Shem says we've got to stop giving stupid free kicks outside the box. We can't defend set pieces. Bonkers with a really good point. Rice off because he's already on a yellow card. Bring on Eze or Rogers and put Bellingham in the midfield. Interesting about Rice on the yellow. That's probably a fair shout, because he's actually had a decent match since the yellow. Not great, but reasonable. Do you know what I mean? But he is on a yellow, which does just make his position harder to play. Stu says, I want to see Manu and Tony get minutes. I would actually be really curious to see Tony play. I would be really, really curious to see Tony play. I think he'd score. I do. I really think he'd score. Gaz says, I hope Manu gets minutes. He's very press resistant. And Linda says, Pickford worries me and Rice on a yellow. I have a feeling this ref would love a red. I don't think he'd be afraid to give one. I'll give you that much. I don't think he'd be afraid to give one. He hasn't been handing out cards like confetti. I know he gave an early card to Rice, but to be fair, Rice was stupid. He went in and he had his boot high with his studs facing the player and he kicked him in the head. And yes, the player hammed it up. But I mean, Rice knows better than to go in studs up at a player's head. Do you know, Rice knows better. And since that, he hasn't given, I think he's only given 2 cards. He hasn't given, it's not like he's given a load of them. No, that's the only card. So he gives that in the first 2 minutes, but he hasn't given a card since. And actually, his average cards is for red cards is really low. Really low. Like, do you remember I said the other day about Michael Oliver's 0.14? This boy's 0.13. Now, his yellow card average is quite high. It's 4. But 0.13 on his average red cards is really, really low. So I don't know. I thought when it started that way, we were for a red. I agree, Linda. But actually, since he's not handed out any. But we'll see, because you just never know. But yeah, I think the fact that Rice is on a yellow, that could impact things. For me, I just think it was a great example. A really great example. Linda says, I'm just saying my excuses now since we're winning in case it turns into a shit show. I mean, that's the way to do it, Linda. Get ahead of the curve. Alvarez is coming on from Mexico. Who is coming off? 23? Montes. Yeah, to be fair, Montes hasn't had a good game. He's involved in some of those questionable incidents. So Montes off, Alvarez on. I don't think that's a bad shout for Mexico. I think it's quite sensible. No changes, it looks like, for England. Let me get my timer ready. Okay, folks, we have kicked off. We've kicked off for the second half. Yes, Damien. Second half kickoff. It worked for Norway. Two halftime substitutes worked for Norway. It made the difference, and one of those substitutes helped to win them the match. So I find it very interesting. Mexico have never won from two goals behind, according to my commentators. They've come back to equalise, but they've never won, I think is what they're saying. Yeah, they said they've never won. They've never, since this year, they've never won when they've gone 2 goals down, according to these buckos. So unless they're telling me lies, that sounds good for England. I mean, that's a stat you want to hear. But I think it's important to be brave and make the subs when you see it's not working. I don't think there's any point in waiting. Sorry, guys. I am watching. Just give me a little sec. Quinones was feeling confident there. Stu's starting to get sleepy. You know what that means? We need another goal. Straight across the front of the goal. Just nobody got to it. Nobody got to it for England. No. Can I make it smaller, I wonder? Although maybe a bigger one will make people feel better. No. Oh, O'Reilly just hit the post. I tell you what, good start to the second half. Very good start to the second half. Yeah, that's true. A bigger one means no excuses. The only problem is it covers the scoreboard. I'd just leave it there, but it covers the scoreboard. And then that'd be the next thing. But yeah, very, 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 very close. And O'Reilly's not had a great tournament. That would have done him the world of good. Rob is running on empty. Rob and Stu are starting to flag a little bit. Damien says England are looking up for it in the second half. You are. You started the second half really well. Really well. Fast, attacking, aggressive, energetic. I would say that maybe Tuchel has told them, get out there and win it in the first, before the next hydration break. Because after that, you're probably going to be buckarooed. So you need to get ahead before you get tired. Pickford's doing a bit of running around the 18-yard box. He's flat out. He's sprinting all over the gaff in there. Josh said, I would be taking Saka and Rice off. They would be my first changes. All Vox stuff, hello. All Vox stuff says, wake up, people. You've come this far. You've come this far. Jude Bellingham has never had a hat-trick before. They said Jude Bellingham is chasing his first ever career hat-trick. He's never had a hat-trick before. I didn't realise that. Yeah, I agree, Damien. 2-1's dangerous for any team. The Mexico player is rolling round the ground injured, and the referee's just said play on. No, right, I'm sorry. He stopped it for that on Gordon, but he let it play when it was the other end of the pitch. That Lira is going to get himself in trouble because he's after going like this to the referee. The referee just looked at him. I want to see this again. I want to see this again because I mean, that's Konsa absolutely could and should, and I can completely understand why they were so up in arms. The referee just played on. He's gone over the ball, stood up into the supporting leg of the player. That absolutely could and should be a red. So I can completely see why Mexico went ballistic. That is so dangerous, guys. That is absolutely so dangerous. That's absolutely a red. That's absolutely a red. Red card. I have to be honest, guys. That's a red all day. That is a red all day. I mean, that is so dangerous. And the key part, he's absolutely endangered his opponent. Yeah. Yeah. No need. And as Josh said, no need to make a challenge like that. There was just none. You did. Gaz said earlier, really earlier, Gaz said, I see a red in this game. You are 100% correct. Rob says bugger. Damien says clear as day. Linda's twitching. Linda's twitching. You did say, Linda, to be fair, that you were nervous. You did. Sorry, Stu, that's quite funny, to be fair. That's quite funny. I don't know who's funnier today, Stu or Linda. Yeah, just really poor. Really poor. So what do you do, guys? What do you do now? You're still currently winning. You're currently 2-1 up, right? You're currently winning. Harry Kane has started throwing himself all over the ground now. And like I said, this referee very rarely gives out a red card. His red card frequency is the lowest referee I've seen so far. So he doesn't hand them out willy-nilly, and that's absolutely a red. But now what do England do? So there's hide under the table and hope, or panic, whichever takes your fancy. Or you could join Linda and drink some wine. I mean, I think maybe you should hide under the table and drink the wine and then panic. Combination of all. Now, Damien says England players better not lose their head further. They need to remember they're still leading. All Boxed Up says now England embattled, they have to be resilient, but still also attack. I mean, it's the exact thing you would do, isn't it? It is the exact thing you would do. John Stones is coming to the rescue. Who's coming off? Saka. Fair. Rob is refusing to come out from behind the sofa. So we Flossie under the table, Rob behind the sofa, and poor Linda trying not to vomit up all our wine. Oh dear. Do you know what, guys? I know yous are all raging. I am delighted for Thomas Tuchel. I'm delighted for him. He was wrong not to bring Harry Maguire. He was really wrong. Penalty England. Penalty England. Anthony Gordon has just won England a penalty. Wow. And he's definitely onside, so it's going to stand. Harry Kane, Anthony Gordon. What was the keeper thinking? What was the keeper thinking? I mean, what? Yeah, Flossie, honestly, don't stutter. Referee is like, get the F out of my face. He's going to get himself in big trouble. Do you know what the thing is now? I don't think Mexico score 2 goals, even against 10 men. I just don't. I don't think this Mexico, are going to score 2 goals, even against 10 men. I don't see it happening. Lad, will you just give him a card? See this Lira? Give him a card. He's argued every single goddamn decision in the entire match. He's constantly in the referee's ear. He won't go away when he's told to. He's hovering around inside the penalty area. Card them. Just card the whole lot of them. Every single player that's inside the box that shouldn't be, card them. Exact same as yesterday. It annoys my head. Get into your goal, like, come on, man. They're 10 men. Get into your effing goal. I'd be giving him a yellow as well. This is why I can't be a referee. I'd be giving everyone would have a yellow by now. Everybody would all be on yellows. He scored. He scored. He scored. Why am I cheering you on? Why am I actually cheering you on? Why am I doing that? I want you to lose. It's 3-1. It's 3-1 to England, and I've no idea why I'm cheering you on. I think Mexico was really annoying me, apparently. So it's 3-1. Harry Kane buries it. Very good penalty. Yes. Well done. Well done, guys. Congratulations. Oh, keeper. What was the keeper thinking? Like, even if Anthony Gordon had scored, so what? You're 2-2 against 10 men. Like, oh no, you wouldn't have been. It would have been 3-1. Never mind. A goal is a goal, isn't it? Never mind. Never mind. My bad. It's actually ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. Two subs for Mexico. Now Jimenez is on and Gutierrez is on. Mora's gone off. He's been shocking anyway, so fair play. But Starlord says, what a game. Best of the World Cup so far. I don't know. It is very good, I will say. I loved the Cape Verde match. But yeah, you're probably not wrong. It's pretty up there. It's better than any of the other matches other than that. Yeah, I'd give you that. Damien says, will Mexico throw the whole kitchen sink? I mean, they can't lose to 10 men. They have to, at the very least, try and equalise. You have 10 men and there's a half an hour. There's probably closer to 40 minutes left because the amount of added time, and Kane's on the ground again. Kane's on the ground again. So help me. Kane is on the ground again. Starlord says, this drama in this stadium is epic. I can't believe, not only did I cheer on an England goal, but it was Harry Kane and I don't even like him. I don't want England to win. I don't like Harry Kane, and somehow I cheered it. Good defending there by John Stones. Throw to Mexico. Linda's wine is going back down now. Was he fouled, Shem? I'll be honest. I was reading the chat. I didn't see it. But just because he gets on the ground so much, I just assumed he was faking. But fair enough. This time he wasn't. Pickford had to get that one, didn't he? Yeah. All boxed up says Mexico will be shamed if they don't go for it. They have to give everything. I agree. They really don't have a choice. Linda's heart won't be able to take it if it goes to 3-3. I don't see Mexico scoring. Even now, England look the more dangerous team. There's only 10 of you, and you still look more dangerous. Gordon's been sensational. I tell you what, maybe Flossie will correct me, but he's never played like that for Newcastle, has he? Well, I've never seen him play like that for Newcastle. Shem, you've got it the wrong way around. You've got it the wrong way around. Shem has said you don't like Kane, so he's faking everything. No. The reason I don't like Kane is because he fakes everything. Before this tournament started, I had no opinion of Harry Kane. None whatsoever. In fact, in the first match when he was doing all his diving, I said, that's not like him. He doesn't normally play like that. Harry Kane's not a diver. So actually, the reason I don't like Harry Kane is because in the last 4 games, he's shown me that he's an absolute diver and I hate it. Even by my own players, I hate that. Yeah. All Boxed Up says England need to keep doing what they're doing. They absolutely do, because at the moment, they're definitely the more dangerous team. Stu says we need to settle it down and try and control it. Yes, you do. You're 3-1 up. You need to just hold on now. That was hectic. It's back with Mexico. But that is absolute... It's getting a bit... It is getting a little bit frantic about the place. Lads, I'm not being funny. The referee needs to book this Lira chap. He's absolutely doing my proper nutting. The entirety of this match, that chap Lira has argued with the referee. That's the second time I've seen him pick up the ball. He's doing this earlier on with the card. He needs to be booked. He's annoying me more than Kane. He is annoying me more than Kane, Lira. He needs to be given a yellow too. Yeah. Bonkers is saying England need to keep calm. Josh says, I'm sorry, we're checking for a possible penalty, and for this. Is this for the kicking we just saw? Right. I see that Harry Kane has kicked Gutierrez's foot, right? And it's late. And he didn't really have a chance of getting the ball. I don't think it's... I think the first one I was like, definitely stonewall penalty. This one, I'm like, I don't know if I like this one. I think he might give it. I don't know if I like it, though. Penalty's been given for Mexico. I don't know how I feel about that, guys. The first one was a penalty all day long. That one there, Harry Kane kicks Gutierrez in the penalty area, which does impact how he gets the ball. So, I mean, I get it. I do get it. It feels a little harsh, though. How do you guys feel? And somebody's got a yellow now as well for arguing. So Kane, yeah, now that I don't agree with. And we all know I'm not Harry Kane's biggest fan. I don't agree with this because see this Lira here. He's done nothing but moan and bitch and complain and cry the whole match, and he's not got a yellow. So I have to say, I don't think Kane should have got the yellow for complaining because all they've done is complain. But yeah, I think he scored. Raul Jimenez has scored the goal. It's 3-2. 3-2. I think it is a penalty. It does feel like I do think it's a penalty by the letter of the law. It just feels a bit... The first one was a stonewaller. That one felt a bit more like it is a penalty, but you know. But yeah, so Penalty scored, 3-2. And he's done the stupid stutter. I actually thought Jordan Pickford was going to save it, if I'm honest. I really thought Pickford was going to save that because it didn't look like a good quality penalty. Rob says not clear and obvious, which is a good point because they're not supposed to intervene if it's not clear and obvious. That's a good point. That is a good point, actually. I hadn't thought about that. Stu says it's a disgusting decision. Oh, don't worry, lads. You've just got a free kick. Who is that on the ground? Is that John Stones? Who's your number 3? Guys, who is your number 3? Whoever they are, they're on the ground. Oh, it's Nico O'Reilly. Yeah. Regardless of anything else, game on. For sure. I think I need more water. The referee is... Right, now it's a yellow card to the number 2 for Mexico. Jorge Sanchez from Mexico has now had a yellow. The referee's losing the run of the match a little bit. When the match started, I felt like he had a really good control on the match. Now it's starting to get a little bit... I want to see it again. They're not showing it to me again. They ain't showing it to me again. We're having hydration break, lads. I forgot we had to do that. Hydration break. I forgot all about it. Yeah. Tensions are rising. Stu, not one of their players being carded and then immediately got carded. I have to say though, this Lira, he should actually have been on a yellow card from the first half. I will say that he has been highly irritating. If you watch him, it's him every time up arguing, and he's not the captain. The other boy's the captain, and he's up arguing everything. He should have been on a yellow from the first half. I think we might get another red card, you know. I don't know for which team, but we might get another red card. The referee did try not to give cards for a lot of the match, and then it all started, and now he's willy-nilly in them about the place. Right, lads, I'm roasting. I have to take the jumper off. Give me a minute. I'm so blind without my glasses. I can't see a goddamn thing. Rob's awake again now. It's all kicking off. Josh says, when Mexico equalise, it's game over. Bonker said 20 odd minutes to keep it 3-2 or score again. Linda says, my husband is in bed asleep. He's missing out on a good game. He is missing out. You're right. I know. It's disgraceful. Sickens my arse. Shem says there's always 4 to 5 Mexico players surrounding the ref at every call, and he should card every one of them. If you're not the captain and you're at the referee about decisions, you should just immediately get a card for all the teams. Nico O'Reilly coming off, by the way. Dan Byrne coming on for Nico O'Reilly. Tom says, I'm glad this isn't United, because if it was, I would be crashing out even more than I did against Grimsby. Anderson's coming off as well. And Spence is coming on. You're going real defensive. You are going real defensive. Which, to be fair, is what you should do in this scenario. You're 3-2 up. You're down to 10 men. There's about 20. I would say you're probably looking extra time. You're probably looking at, or added time, sorry. You're probably going to be looking at, you've got a red, you've had all the goals, plus the hydration break. You are probably looking at about 9 minutes of added time on to the end of the first half. So you've probably got another 25 minutes to go to not concede. So I would say probably not a bad shout going real defensive at this point now. Yeah, he's yet again, he's ghosted. And you know what gets me, right? There were people in the United fan base that used to call Scott McTominay, who's a brilliant midfielder, they used to call him Casper because he would disappear in matches, apparently. Well, I'll tell you what, some of those same people wanted to pay over 100 million for Elliot Anderson, and he's done his best impression of Casper in the World Cup. It's funny, Scott McTominay was brutal and he was a ghost, but Elliot Anderson, who you can forget was on the pitch, is worth over 100 million. It's funny that. And yeah, still no Manu. To be fair, he put all defenders on, like Dan Byrne, Jed Spence. He's put all defenders on. He's not even put defensive midfielders. He's just put defenders. Bonker says no. Sometimes defense can lead to conceding because you're not attacking much. Which, yes, we have seen. We have seen that. Damien says turtling now for England. Stu says he would be pissed if he was Manu. Yeah. If I was Manu, I'd be fuming. But you know what? Actually now, in this scenario, I'm glad Manu hasn't been put on, because if it went wrong, no harm. People will look for a scapegoat. So I'm actually kind of okay that he's not involved in what might be a catastrophe. The thing is, if you beat Mexico in the Azteca with 10 men, the story goes the other way. So, like, if you go out now, it's brutal. If you beat Mexico in the Azteca with 10 men, it's, you know, you have to think of it like you're currently winning. You are winning with 10 men in the Azteca. That's, you know, that has to give you a bit of confidence. Mexico are attacking quite frequently, but I'm just saying. Shem says England now just defend, which means Mexico is going to score. So Shem is kind of getting on board with what Bonkers is saying there. Sanchez coming off. He's the chap that got yellow carded. And Fidalgo coming on for Mexico. Gaz says, I reckon if it goes to extra time, then Manu may get minutes. Maybe. Because you'll be getting tired. Corner. Pickford got to it. It's gone out for another corner from the other side now. Josh says, England's weakness is the defence. Now we have to defend. We all know what happens next. I think I have more faith in England winning this match than any of you. Like, Mexico needed a penalty to score. Mexico they've had a load of possession. They haven't had the final ball. Throughout the match, they haven't had the final ball. Corner in. Corner come in. Mexico player got a free header in the box, couldn't direct it. Just couldn't direct it. Number 4, couldn't direct it at all. Damien says Pickford looks shaky, and Rob says we're doomed. I don't think you are. I think you see this out 3-2. I don't even think it goes to extra time. Like, they're just, to me, Mexico don't look like scoring. The final ball, the final bit that gets it in the net, I just don't see it, lads. Like, the Quinones goal was sensational. And the second one, they needed the penalty. They're sending on Martinez and they're taking off Quinones. They're taking off the only guy that has scored them a goal from open play. They've taken off the only guy that looks capable of scoring from open play. And they put on Martinez. I don't think you need to stress at all. And I'm not trying to, like, what do you call it? Do you know when you say one thing but you mean something else? Reverse psychology. I genuinely, I really, really don't think they score. Shem, it's a 5-3-1 formation, or is it an 8-0-1? At the minute, it looks like an 8-0-1, to be fair. Stu says, don't jinx it. Sorry, guys. I'll stop now just in case. Damien says, would be extra sweet for England if they got through from this. Josh says, have no trust in this defence whatsoever. Shem says, Jimenez is a good striker. Well, he was until he went to Serie A. Great in the Dutch league. All boxed up. Stu is getting his excuses ready like Linda. Be honest, right? I know you're worried. And it's different when it's your team. I would feel like that if it was United. But do you really think you're going to concede? Like, honestly, do you think you're going to concede? Do it on purpose. Shem, or Damien, sorry, it's the we're not budging from our own half formation. Concert defends well. Mexico corner. Call reversed. It's going for a goal kick, guys. Stu's a bag of nerves. All Vox stuff says, come on, people, lift your spirits. I will say, it was worth waiting for this game. I was nervous. We were going to wait till 2 a.m. and it was going to be shocking. It's been a very good game. Really enjoyable. England were on the attack there, lads. Shem is going to hide under the covers. So we've Rob behind the sofa. Flossie under the table. Linda's drinking the wine and Shem's under the covers. Bonker says there's going to be at least 10 minutes of added time. I don't think that's a bad shout. To be with all that's happened, I don't even think that would be excessive. I mean, England have a free kick here. Jude Bellingham has won it back, you know. England are attacking here, by the way, people. That was really bad by Jed Spence. Right. Mexico are coming forward. Ball in, defended. And Archie couldn't care less. He snored on the floor, on his back with his paws in the air. He's all heart, that one. Mexico are asking for another penalty, and the referee's like, absolutely not. Fidalgo, brilliant ball in. Pickford, really strong. Really strong from Pickford to get it away. That wasn't a great ball in. Jimenez tried to make something out of it, but it wasn't a great ball, if we're honest. Stu says, does Pickford know he's allowed to try and catch it? That was I do think that was well done by Pickford, you know. I do think it was well done. If you win, if you get through this, can you beat Norway? Can I be honest, lads? I don't think so. Not if you... Oh, sorry, I'm trying to move around in the seat, get comfortable. Do you think if you get through this that you can beat Norway? The Norway we saw today? I have to say, I don't think so. I mean, you would be this is a round of 16. So what would that be? The quarterfinals? Norway were sensational today. Shem says no. Rob says yes. I mean, I know you have to get through this one first, but I'm fully confident you will. So I'm sort of thinking of the next match. Shem says our defenders can't stop Haaland. I mean, you've written can, but I assume you mean can't. I tell you what, they can stop Mexico, though. Mexico just can't get across in here at all. They can't get the ball in from the right-hand side. Anthony Gordon's been fantastic. Harry Kane is a better defender than an attacker. Do you know that? He actually looks so much more competent defending. Right, they're going to try and go down the left now because they can't get down the right. Anthony Gordon has had a fantastic match. And he was very good when he came on for Marcus Rashford the other day. Straight at Pickford. Straight at Pickford. Stu says, why are we just letting them run at us? It's dangerous, this. All Boxed Up says, if England get through, of course they can beat Norway. They have one player and they know Haaland. I think they have a lot more than one player. And I think they showed that today. I don't think that's fair. Fair enough if you think England can beat Norway, but I don't think it's fair to say that they're a one player team. That one player was barely in the game today until he got the goals. Harry Kane off, Morgan Rogers on, by the way. Stu says, agreed, Gordon has been great. Hello to Michael as well. Yeah, me fave, he's away. Gaz says, hope we see this out now with Kane going off. That's true enough, because if you concede and you go to extra time or penalties without Kane, that's a good point, you know. Obviously, Thomas Tuchel feels like I do. He's pretty confident that you're going to see it out. I mean, to be fair, guys, it's 11 minutes of added time. We said it was probably going to be 9 or 10. So, to be honest, think about it. Think of the amount of goals. It's 30 seconds per goal. Then think of the yellow cards. Then think of the red card. Then think of the substitutes. I actually think that's not. I thought probably 9 or 10. So 11 I don't find shocking, if I'm honest. I can see you guys aren't very happy about it. But before it was put up, I said 9 or 10. So I don't think 11 actually is drastic. Unfortunately for you guys. I know it's a lot for you to see out with 10 men. But it does add up, to be fair. And yes, Pickford did in fact catch the ball, Stu. Stu reckoned 8. Yeah, see, because I thought 9 or 10, and was it Bonkers said 10? 11, when you're already thinking 9 or 10, 11 just doesn't feel crazy. Do you know what I mean? Like, let me see here. Like, in the second half, we've had 2 penalties, the VAR checks, the red card, 3 yellows, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 substitutes. So it's not that, plus 3 for the hydration break. You have to remember the hydration break as well. It just feels like a lot because you're waiting for it to be over. Michael says, come on, England. And All Boxed Up says, don't get stressed, but there can be added time on added time depending on what happens. Yeah, there can be. And Damien is saying the hydration breaks and added minutes from them ruins it. Yeah, because no match is 90 minutes anymore. The first half is 48 minutes. The second half, you're always going to play till 93 because the 3 minutes of the hydration break is added on no matter what. So you have to think 93 is actually the end point, then the extra. Shem is saying Bellingham is exhausted. Yeah, but Anthony Gordon's like a wee Duracell bunny in there. He looks like he just woke up and started playing. Has Anthony Gordon always had that much energy? I've never seen him play like this for Newcastle. Now, maybe I just haven't seen those games, but I mean, he looks fresh as a daisy on there. I actually think Mexico looked tired, if I'm honest with you. That was really poor. Poor ball in. So it's going to be a goal kick. Poor ball from Gallardo. Ball forward by Pickford. And it's out for a Mexico throw, I think. Stu's trying to fast forward the game, but he's forgot it's live. All right, Mexico, come forward. I don't know why Mexico keep trying to go out on that right wing, because they haven't had one good ball in from that right wing. I've no idea why they keep going down that way. They're not getting a single good ball in from the right. Why would you keep doing it when it's absolutely clearly not working? Stu needs his bed. Damien says their crossing has been shite. It has. The whole match. Even when they've had all the possession, they've not looked dangerous, lads. They haven't looked like scoring. Sorry, that's unfair. Pickford has made maybe 3 really good saves. Outside of that, like Jimenez is trying to do a bicycle kick. Really and truly, get over yourself. That's not what you need to be trying to do right now. Josh is saying maybe Tony on to hold the ball up. I don't think you need it. Rice block there. Dan. I forgot Dan Byrne come on, you know. It was a good block. Fidalgo again. He's like, Fidalgo is their number 8 there. Why do they keep sending it out to the right? This man cannot get past Anthony Gordon. He can't get past him. He hasn't been able to get past him for 95 minutes. Why are you like, just go the other direction? Their balls are brutal. Jimenez over the bar. Over the bar. You're nearly there, guys. You have got 4 minutes left. Bellingham just got a yellow. If you get through, he can't play. What did he get the yellow for? I don't. What was the yellow for? I have to. I don't understand what the yellow was for. I'm a little bit baffled by that. Now Vasquez has got a yellow, but he should have got it. I know why he got one. Now, I didn't see it. My commentators told me he got it. Did you see it? Henderson got the yellow. Okay, no, that's fine. My commentators told me it was Bellingham, and I couldn't understand why. I was like, why? What? I was really baffled. I was genuinely baffled by that. Right. No, that makes more sense. It was Henderson for interfering. Who's that on the ground off the pitch for Mexico? No, that's all right. Okay, so scrap what I said about Bellingham. I was going by my commentators who apparently just told me a complete lie because I was absolutely baffled. I had no idea. I was like, why has he got a yellow for what? So thank you guys. And today, to be fair, it's not the RTE commentators. I'm not on RTE today because I was having such trouble with it the other day. Less than a minute, guys. That's ball in, hoofed away. Good block. Ball in. Roll down the side. It rolled down the side. Down the side. Corner. They're going to allow the corner to be taken from Mexico. Keeper's up. Blocked. Blocked again. I'll tell you what, John Stones has been brilliant from he's come on. They're sending out for another corner. We're at like nearly 12 minutes. It was supposed to be 11 minutes. We're at nearly 12. And we're taking the corner. Pickford punches it away. Done. Game done. England have just beat Mexico at the Azteca with 10 men. I have to say, lads, well done. Well done. That was not easy. And you did it. What I will say is, Anthony Gordon, man of the match. He was fantastic going forward. He was even better defensively. He was absolutely brilliant. John Stones, after he come on, very, very, very good. That's the best I've seen Nico O'Reilly in the competition. Dan Burn getting stuck in when he come on. Jordan Pickford, I just think, has had the best game of his life. I've never seen Jordan Pickford play that well before. And I thought Jude Bellingham was sensational. Really, really. It took him a little while to get into the game. And once he did, that was it. He was brilliant. So, well done, guys. The wine is staying down for Linda and she can breathe again. Everybody can come out from under the table and behind the sofa and under the bed sheets. So, yes, well done, guys. And I will say it certainly wasn't an easy win. It wasn't a lucky win. Yous have beat Mexico in the Azteca with 10 men. Yous have deserved to get through. Yous have deserved to get through. So, fair play to you guys. However, It is 4:05 in the morning. So I'm going to leave you guys to go and, I don't know, celebrate, sleep, whichever you want to do. I am going to bed. Thank you all for being here. 16 of you. It's 4:05 in the morning and there's 16 of you in here. Thank you very much for being here. You are absolutely sensational. Shout out to the very wonderful, one-of-a-kind Mama Flossie who's upgraded her membership to Tea Titan. She's now Queen Mama Flossie Tea Titan. Okay, that's her full title now. And special shout out, of course, to Rob Always United. The Foxy was in the chat. Brought a bit of luck for England, and ye have won. So well done. Thank you very much to Shem as well. Thank you. Have a good sleep, good rest, good celebrations. I'll be back tomorrow, guys, 12 o'clock. Hopefully I'll see you all there.